Yo, it's Elliott with Yo Elliott. You've got strength questions, and I got your answers. Yo, Elliott.
You know talking about you makes me smile. But every once in a while, I wanna talk about me, I wanna talk about number one. Oh my, me, my, what I think, what I like, what I know, what I want, what I see.
Today's question is from...
Yo, Elliott, this is Matt. I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana, and I love your YouTube series, Yo, Elliott, and I want to, send you a video on maybe you can do a little different of a video this time. This isn't the normal request. How do you fix something that's wrong with somebody, or how do you get stronger? Nothing like that. This is maybe trying to get into your personal library, your knowledge, what you read, your materials that you've acquired, kind of figure out what other strength coaches in the industry, what they read, where they get their information from, the resources. I'm always looking to branch out, find some new things, different books, different materials, videos, websites, anything. I'm in college right now, and I'm going to be a high school strength and conditioning coach. It's my passion. I love it. And those strength geeks at love the scientific background to everything. I'm right here. That's me. So if you could, make a video about the resources that you get your information from, the books that you read, that kind of stuff, I would love that stuff, to pick some of that material up, put it in my own collection, read it. And the second thing would be, after you read the books, do you take notes? How do you remember that stuff? Is it just all up in your head? Do you write it down somewhere? What do you do with that stuff? Anything that you could give me, I would love. All right, thanks, man. Peace out.
Okay, so it sounds like you'd like to know what Elliott fills his mind with. So this is going to be a little bit of a different format for our Yo Elliott video this week. I'm going to take you to my house, first of all, and then I'm going to show you what I'm reading there. I've got a library at my home. And then I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I'm reading here at the gym. The majority of books that I have are just strewn about the place, and you'll see that in a moment. Warning. You're probably expecting me to have a lot of books on strength and conditioning and fitness, when the truth is the majority of the things that I read are not of that particular nature. So you'll see what I mean in a moment, and check out this video from my house. Frequent. So come on in. If you're wondering why I'm not talking too loud or as crazy as I typically do, my son is sleeping. So if you ever come to my house, you'll see that there are books scattered everywhere. I read a lot, my children read a lot, my wife reads a lot. We just, we value reading in our home. So on top of the mantle here, I'll go through real quick. I've got a copy of the selections from the writings of Abdul Baha. This is a book from the Baha'i faith. If you're not familiar with it, you can go look it up. It's B-A-A-H-I. And if you've been watching my videos, you probably got a sense that I'm quite a spiritual guy as well. Even though I swear a lot and I'm kind of a meathead, I do have a spiritual side. So this is one of the books that I enjoy. Autobiography of Martin Luther King. If you want to be inspired by somebody who did something in the face of adversity. I mean, this guy, just to put it, give you a short idea of something that I discovered reading this book that I didn't know. When he was first shot at, his home was shot up, and he had children in there. He went to his gun closet and got rid of all of his guns, just because of his commitment to nonviolence. So, really good book. Now you're probably like, what the hell, Elliott? I thought you were going to tell me what textbooks you read about strength and conditioning, but this is the reality. You want to know what I read? This is what I read. 4 Hour Body by Tim Ferriss. Awesome, interesting book. A lot of weird stuff in there that I might try, might not, but the guy's all about shortcuts. Just a few others. I guess I'm not going to go over everything in here, but just the stuff that I'm reading here. You've got the Atlas of the Human Anatomy. This is a pretty decent book. It's not too bad. I've got And a Bible here as well. This is a application study Bible. It's a little easier to understand than some of the these and thous in the old book. In other versions, here's Glenn Beck's Overton Window. If you haven't figured it out, I've got kind of a conservative ideal. True Believer by Eric Hoffer, about how to create mass movements. Baha'i Prayers, which I should probably read a little bit more often. And this is a pamphlet for the meditation program that I use. So those are the things in my living room. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but let's see. This is my office, so it's kind of my office slash my wife's office, if you want to take a look over there, Colleen. And that's where I do some of my work. This is where my son sleeps when he's napping. And this is closed. So anyway, come on over here. If you look on the board there, I'm always putting up different ideas and stuff about training and personal development, different stuff that I support you guys with. Over there is another one of my thinking boards. If you've ever looked at some of my other videos about mind maps and stuff, you know that I write all over the wall. I'm like a big kid. Upstairs in my children's room and in the hallways, I've got boards like this everywhere where I write stuff and my children write stuff, so I like writing on the walls. Over here, okay, this is split up. Now, by the way, we just moved, so I think we probably got rid of maybe 2/3 of the books. More than that, huh, Kyle? Mm-hmm. We had 6 of these, I think. And I really condensed them down into the ones that really matter most to me. So we'll go through them really quickly. Most of the stuff up here is about natural childbirth and pregnancy and, you know, the things that are associated with rearing and taking care of children, raising them. If you're anything like me, whenever you embark upon a new journey, you sort of want to just flood your mind with as much knowledge on the subject as possible. So we have 4 children, so you see a lot of books about children. Down here, I'll go through really quickly. Some of my favorite books in here is Nutrition and Physical Degeneration by Dr. Weston A. Price, Nourishing Traditions by Sally Fallon. These are both some of my more highly prized nutrition books. Let's see, anything else here that's really... The Metabolic Typing Diet, very interesting. Achieve Maximum Health, very good book. And just a couple other things in here. I don't know. You'll see. Down here, I've got some of my Paul Chek courses. So if you're wondering, you know, where I get some of my physiology ideas and stuff from, I've got like 8 of these. I got a bunch of them at the gym also. If you go over here, in this bag, I've got like all my Paul Chek VHSs and DVDs, so there's that. What else? Over here, if you look over here, this is probably a little bit more of my like personal development, spiritual type stuff. So you've got different things like the Book of Cybernetics, Psycho-Cybernetics. I have a ton of Osho books. If you're not familiar with him, he's dead now, but he was like an Indian mystic. Wrote lots of different books on courage and creativity and things of that nature. So I've got a lot of his books, a lot of poetry. What else? Ayn Rand, I told you about my conservative ideals. I get that from, you know, The Fountainhead and Atlas Shrugged. What else here? Maybe interesting. Brian Tracy, Seth Godin. So that's basically it. Aristotle. Down here, a little bit more like religious type. Oh, actually, let's come up here for a moment. This is probably the most highly prized book in my library. So I definitely wanted to highlight that for you. This is The Essential Writings of Ralph Waldo Emerson. I don't think anybody's words have ever touched me as strongly as Emerson's words. So I have one of these here. I have one of these at the gym. If you notice, it's not in my bookshelf. It's up here because I'm constantly referring to it. And highly suggest if you have a spiritual mindset and you're into personal development and becoming the strongest version of yourself, like I often talk about, to read Emerson's stuff. Very good. So there's that. Down here, I've got, you'd be interested in the fact that I read poetry. I have read, I don't read it too often, Hafez and Rumi, a book on Islam. which you may find interesting because I talk about a lot of different religions, and these are a lot of my Baha'i books as well. I got books on how to be a good dad to daughters, so I don't want to screw that up. That's why I read those books. Put this back. Books on Buddhism and Zen and mindful living, so that's all that down there. These are my Holosync CDs. I use these for meditation, and I could probably do an entire video just on that. Sally Fallon CDs, and the Tao Te Ching. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Tao Te Ching by Lao Tzu. It's the founder of the Taoist philosophy religion of the East. This is a Tao box, and I think I've done enough rambling here. The Simple Guide to a Minimalist Life. And that's it. So in the next section of this video, or if I break this up, we'll go... Alright, let's look down here. Wow. So, I mean, you asked, dude. You wanted to know what I read, so I don't mind telling you. Stuff from Paul Check, DVDs. Awesome, awesome, awesome book right here. I highly suggest everybody read Thick Face Black Heart, especially if you're an entrepreneur. Book of Five Rings. I was just telling you about Lao Tzu's Tao Te Ching. That's that there. More Paul Check. More Brian Tracy. And I mean, the list goes on and on. Anything else here that's interesting? I've got some stuff. I don't even know. Oh, these are pretty cool. I started reading these recently. These are like, you know, if you've never read like the Declaration of Independence and you want to read something that's a real badass claim, the founders of the United States picked that up, the Constitution. You know, people don't read this stuff anymore. Citizens Rule Handbook. These are things that are pretty important that no one really pays attention to anymore. And I think I guess I'll cut it off there. The Power of Now, I guess that's it. Next video, or next part of this video, will be at the gym, where I've got a little bit more stuff that's related to strength and conditioning and fitness, and then I'll scroll through some of my favorite websites. Alright, we're back. Now we're at my gym, so what I'm going to do is, I'm manning the camera here at this point, so I'm just going to point and shoot at all the things that I've got laying about, and give you a look at my office. So, if you're wondering, this is where I do a lot of my video editing and stuff and pictures. I'm just going to go around and let you see what I've got laying around. Never Let Go by Dan John. Awesome, awesome, awesome book. I enjoy him and his philosophies even more than his strength training. Really deep guy. Awesome stuff. Managing Evolutionary Growth. That's by Bill Harris. Good stuff there. Let me take you around. I've got Functional Strength Training Magazine. Ross Ennemett, Never Gymless. Ross is pretty awesome. I don't know if you've gone to rosstraining.com. I like reading his blog and check out some of his stuff. Right now I'm reading a lot of Ori Hofmeckler's stuff with regard to fitness and fat loss. This is a great book, and a lot of what I've gleaned for the Lean Hybrid Muscle Reloaded diet comes from this book. Super Training, of course. Really, I'm doing a lot of research on type 3 muscle fiber. You've probably heard me talking about this, and Ori Hofmeckler talks a lot about it. Mel Siff introduces the concept in this book, and I've got tons of other research that I'm gonna put together a really solid blog post for you guys on. You probably are shocked at how messy my freaking office is. What else we got here? The Way to Live. I love these old books, these old strongman books. I forget the name of the website, but this guy, he's got all of these old books on there. Of course, Dinosaur Training is in there also. What do you know? Another Ralph Waldo Emerson book. This is very similar to the one that I've got at home, and definitely suggest grabbing that. Words That Sell. Did you know that I make a living teaching people things with my words? So that's it. That's where I get some of my ideas for marketing in. Here is Charles Poliquin, you're familiar with. Article Blueprint. I write articles often and teaches me how to write really good articles. Charles Poliquin, this is, if you're wondering where I got some of the specialization workouts for Lean Hybrid Muscle Reloaded, it comes from the Poliquin Principles. Muscle Testings and Function. great book. I mean, this book is loaded with testing and function of the muscles, like it says. But I'm also often referring to this to the to take a look at and like understand people's imbalances and things of that nature. What muscles are being activated and not. Isn't that a great picture? Look at this guy. All right. And this is pretty cool. Paul Reddick recommended that I use this 21-day positive focus. I used it for about 12 days and then forgot. Tons of health secrets. So these are actually, this is just kind of my couch. This is stuff that I've just tossed around, tossed over on the couch. I need to actually clean that up. My old strongman equipment. What else? So you already saw my messy desk. Over here, just got this as a gift from my buddy Brian McGinn, the Prince Machiavelli. He knows I like philosophy. This is The Street Gig Guide to Having It All by John Osheroff. Very interesting stuff. Haven't figured it out yet. I am also a big Paul Chek fan. This is just more Paul Chek information and stuff. This is actually a course I did from John Osheroff called One Coach. And it's all about like psycho-cybernetics, like how your brain works, and how to be Superman in your mind. Crazy stuff, really good stuff. If you ever wonder why I think the way I think, those are some of the resources and some of the reasons why. Alright, desk, more boards, like you're probably familiar with at this point. More crap I really should clean up here. Books about the stock market that I've never read. My good friend Mike Westerdahl gave it to me because he's interested in money. I just kind of make enough to live. Sales letters. So you know that when I make those websites where I ask you guys to buy things, I actually had to learn how to do that. So this teaches me how to do that. Joe Gibbs. More marketing stuff. Make them laugh and take their money. Hopefully I can do that. And Bigger, Faster, Stronger. Really like that program. The Gridiron Strongman book that I also sell on my website. Portion of that comes from Bigger, Faster, Stronger. These are all DVDs that either I've created or friends of mine have created that I promote. These are copies of Men Fitness magazine that I've been in, and I think that covers it. So hopefully, this is probably a long ass video, but a little different. I enjoyed the question, and as resources come about, I'll let you know more about what I'm filling my mind with. In fact, if you're really interested in my philosophies and ideas and things beyond just strength and conditioning, my whole strength blog has sort of taken a spin in that direction. Right now I'm really focused on lean hybrid muscle, but later on I'm going to go back to whole strength, and I'm really going to delve into the personal development side of things and create which I already do have, a print newsletter that allows me to go a bit deeper into a lot of the things that I consider, think about, and apply for strength and conditioning and life. So I hope that was helpful for you, man. Keep sending me questions. I love this one. Ask me weird questions if you want. I don't mind. I'll let you into the deep, dark recesses of my mind. And for those of you that just got bored to hell with this video, sorry. Turn it off and watch something else. Peace. Yo, Elliott.
We talk about your work, how your boss is a jerk. We talk about your church and your head when it hurts. We talk about the troubles you've been having with your brother, about your daddy and your mother and your crazy ex-lover. We talk about your friends and the places that you've been. We talk about your skin and the dimples on your chin, the polish on your toes and the run in your hose. And God knows we're gonna talk about your clothes. You know talking about you makes me smile. But every once in a while, I wanna talk about me, wanna talk about I